Reality is both absolute and relative. Depending on our perspective, it can seem joyful and friendly or dull and hostile. Understanding the principles of reality is the first step toward creating something meaningful in your life. If you can't grasp the true state of things around you, individual techniques like visualization won't be effective. To understand what reality is, we need to look at the process of its creation. Reality is filled with things we create ourselves. For instance, a person afraid of dogs will be afraid of all dogs, regardless of whether they're playful or aggressive. Mental filters within people's minds create a unique reality for each person. To see how this process works, look around. What do you see? A book, a laptop, a phone, and so on. The objects you see are visible because they reflect light waves back to your eyes, giving them shape. Sunlight itself is perceived as white light. In other words, we don't associate it with any specific color. However, when it passes through a filter, like a prism, a rainbow of colors appears. Using a filter is just a way to separate what we want from an infinite range of possibilities. If you want to fill your room with red light, you apply a red filter to the lamps, and instantly your room becomes red. Similarly, you apply filters to create any other color you like. In other words, you remove all colors except red from your light source, creating a situation where everything appears red. Our lives follow a similar pattern. We receive an endless stream of possibilities from the universe and filter it to create our personal reality. Most of us do this unconsciously. Imagine applying a green filter to your light source, then wondering why you don't see anything red. Well, change the filter. This endless stream of possibilities is called the quantum field. In modern books, the concept of space of variations is also encountered. This field contains information about the movement of matter on atomic and subatomic levels. In other words, it's a record of infinite possibilities in reality, manifesting based on the filters you apply to this flow of information. The quantum field is a complex energy structure and can only be described theoretically by modern physics. Physical reality is what we interact with daily, but we can't deny that there are things we subconsciously know but can't explain. This is the metaphysical component of reality, which is not fully understood, so people might feel uncertain about it. The mind seeks proof in physical reality and often only accepts what it can comprehend. Ultimately, we create only what we believe is possible for ourselves. In this context, Henry Ford's quote, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right," opens up a whole world of possibilities. The world aligns with any belief you hold, manifesting itself according to your views. The endless stream, or the space of variations, is like a giant tree with countless branches, all interconnected. The filter you choose determines which reality or branch you select. Another factor that heavily impacts your layer of reality is the ability to maintain balance and equilibrium. Along your path, you may encounter obstacles created by other people or structures of the physical world. This is simply a fact of life. Spending your life trying to change this fact, instead of choosing your true path with fewer obstacles, is unproductive. If you place excessive importance on arising issues, the metaphysical forces that maintain balance usually turn destructive for the person who has disrupted it. When you attach intense emotions to a specific event in your life, nature quickly corrects this excess. If you overvalue something, imbalance arises, and a situation emerges to correct it. So, if a person, for example, wants a job and overemphasizes its importance, mainly fearing failure, then this fear is likely to materialize in reality. You may ask, but if I place excessive importance on positive things, shouldn't they increase too? No, placing exaggerated importance on anything will work against you, so it's best to let it go. For example, if you put excessive importance on money, you are actually projecting the energy of fear of losing it. This forces external reality to align with your internal state. The fear of losing money begins to justify itself, and the person starts finding more evidence of this in their reality. To create something in your life, balanced intent toward that goal is necessary. The importance you attach to something, whether positive or negative, acts as a filter, shifting you toward negative versions of reality. So, what's the solution? Simply put, stop taking everything so seriously all the time. The very understanding that there are endless realities you can choose from should reduce the importance you place on things and make it clear that even if the current reality isn't ideal, it's not the only one you're bound to stay in. If something doesn't go according to plan, try to act calmly and objectively, focusing on what you want to bring into your life. If you give problems the most importance in your world, you trap yourself in a reality filled only with obstacles. Instead, stick to a balanced approach, which means accepting things as they are and shifting your focus from what you want to avoid to what you wish to have in your reality. Throughout the day, try to return to a place of awareness by asking yourself, where is my attention directed? What am I thinking about? Is the information I'm receiving or broadcasting constructive for my world, or does it drain my energy? If you realize that your attention is focused on something negative and you feel your energy draining, it means you need to shift your focus to something else. To refocus on your goals instead of problems, engage in an activity you enjoy that inspires and energizes you. By concentrating more on the desired outcome of a challenging situation than on the obstacle itself, you consciously choose a reality where that solution exists, and soon, the problem will resolve itself, often in an unexpectedly simple way or without your involvement at all.